$100 billion. That's how much tech companies spent on AI infrastructure in 2025 alone. 250,000 jobs. That's how many workers they fired in the same period. And here's what nobody's telling you. The AI isn't working. The companies know it, and they're counting on you not connecting these two numbers. I analyzed financial filings, MIT research reports, and leaked internal documents from Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and YouTube. What I found isn't about AI replacing humans. It's about the biggest financial shell game in corporate history. I'm going to show you three things. First, the exact financial trick these companies are using to justify mass layoffs while profits hit record highs. Second, why MIT research proves the AI they're spending billions on isn't working yet. And third, which jobs are really at risk and the defensive strategy you need right now. Let's start with the pattern they don't want you to see. October 30th, 2025. YouTube announces 14,000 layoffs. Their CEO calls AI the next frontier. 1 week earlier, Amazon cuts 14,000 positions using nearly identical language. This generation of AI is enabling companies to innovate much faster than ever before. Microsoft, 12,000 layoffs. Google, 20,000 positions. Salesforce, 10,000 jobs. Meta, IBM, Cisco, SAP. The script is identical. Massive layoffs, record profits. AI blamed for both. Here's what breaks the pattern. YouTube's third quarter ad revenue was $10.26 billion, up 15% year over year. They beat Wall Street expectations. Amazon's revenue is growing at its fastest pace in years. Microsoft posted its most profitable quarter ever. These companies aren't struggling. They're printing money. So if they're more profitable than ever, why are they eliminating hundreds of thousands of jobs? Then something unusual happened. An Amazon representative anonymously told NBC News that AI is not the reason behind the vast majority of reductions. Then CEO Andy Jassy confirmed it on the record. The layoffs were, quote, not even really AI-driven. They blamed AI in the press release, then quietly admitted it wasn't AI. Why? Because the real reason is something they absolutely cannot say publicly. Tech companies are locked in an arms race of AI infrastructure spending. Microsoft, $35 billion spent on AI in just 3 months. Meta, $27 billion credit line for AI data centers. Oracle, $25 billion annually for AI deals. Amazon, $40 billion committed. Google, $75 billion planned over 2 years. Total spending across major tech companies, over $100 billion in 2025 alone. Why? Because Wall Street rewards AI spending with higher stock valuations. When you announce billions in AI investment, your stock price goes up. Your competitors are spending, so you have to spend or look like you're falling behind. But here's the crisis. This spending isn't generating revenue yet. OpenAI is projected to make $13 billion in revenue this year. Sounds impressive until you realize they've committed to $300 billion in computing infrastructure over 5 years. That's $60 billion per year in commitments against $13 billion in revenue. The math doesn't work. An analyst explained it perfectly. Companies have overspent on AI before establishing a sustainable financial model. Companies spending a lot with no significant revenue increases try to sustain profitability by cutting costs. You are the cost they're cutting. YouTube's revenue is up 15%. In a normal environment, they'd be hiring. But they've committed billions to AI infrastructure they can't yet monetize. So they eliminate 14,000 positions, blame it on AI-driven efficiency, and investors applaud them for being lean. It's brilliant financial engineering. YouTube's stock went up after the announcement. So did Amazon's. The market rewards the narrative, not the reality. Now here's where this gets darker. The AI they're spending all this money on? It's not actually working yet. November 2025. MIT Media Lab publishes a study analyzing AI implementation in businesses. They're finding 95% of generative AI pilot projects are failing, not underperforming, failing. A separate Atlassian survey found 96% of companies have seen no dramatic improvements in efficiency, innovation, or work quality from AI. The AI isn't good enough yet to replace most corporate workers. These executives know it. Their internal pilots prove it. But they're laying people off anyway and using AI as the justification. If YouTube said, "We're firing 14,000 people because we overspent on AI infrastructure," investors would panic. The stock would crash. But if they say, "We're firing 14,000 people because AI has made us more efficient," investors celebrate. The stock goes up. The truth is expensive. The story is profitable. Even AI company CEOs are admitting the bubble. The CEO of German AI firm DPL told CNBC, "I think the valuations are pretty exaggerated, and I think there are signs of a bubble on the horizon." Pixar's CEO called it vibe revenue. Companies getting funded on hype despite having minimal sales. The system is spending money it doesn't have on technology that doesn't work yet, and paying for it by firing people who do work. So which jobs are actually vulnerable? This is critical to understand. The jobs at risk have nothing to do with what AI can actually do. They're the jobs companies can justify cutting while telling an AI story to investors. Entry-level and mid-level white-collar positions are the primary targets. Customer support representatives, content moderators, market research analysts, junior data analysts, sales coordinators. Not because AI can effectively do these jobs. Remember, 95% of AI projects are failing. But because executives can tell investors they're AI enabling these functions while eliminating headcount. Recent research analyzing 180 million job postings shows which roles are declining. Computer graphic artists, down 33%. Writers, down 22%. But creative directors, creative managers, and senior producers are doing fine. The pattern is obvious. Execution roles that can be described in process documentation are vulnerable. Strategic roles requiring complex judgment and client relationships remain protected. It's about justification. Can we explain this job's outputs to an investor in one sentence? If yes, vulnerable. If we eliminate this position, will any external customer directly notice within 30 days? If no, vulnerable. Can we distribute this person's work to remaining employees? If yes, vulnerable. This is why customer support gets decimated while product management stays protected. It's not about capability, and even if your specific role survives, you're not safe. When a company eliminates 14,000 positions, the work doesn't disappear. It gets redistributed to whoever remains. You keep your job, but now you're doing the work of two people for the same pay. That's the actual AI revolution. Fewer people, same output, lower costs, higher margins. So here's your defensive playbook. Make yourself expensive to replace by building capabilities AI genuinely cannot replicate. Deep client relationships where personal trust matters. If you're the person clients call when things go wrong, you're protected. Companies will not risk major accounts to test whether AI can handle relationships. Specialized domain expertise that requires years to develop. If your knowledge comes from experiencing hundreds of edge cases, you cannot be easily replaced. An AI trained on general data will fail on the specific complexities you handle daily. Creative strategy work, not just creative execution. If you're the person who decides what to create and why, you're safe. If you create what someone else decided, you're vulnerable. That's the difference between creative director and graphic designer. Here's a simple test. Ask yourself, could I write a detailed manual explaining exactly how to do my job, step by step? If yes, you're in danger. If no, because too much depends on reading situations and people, you're safer. Watch for warning signs. If your company starts emphasizing AI pilot programs in your department, that's not about improving your work. It's about documenting your work so they can justify eliminating positions later. If you're suddenly being asked to train AI systems, or document your processes extensively, understand what's coming. You're creating the evidence they'll use to replace you. If executives start using phrases like AI-enabled productivity or doing more with less, that's preparation. They're conditioning everyone to accept lower headcount and build alternative income sources now before you need them. The mid-career professionals getting destroyed by these layoffs assumed their corporate roles were permanent. When that stream disappears, they're starting from zero. This doesn't mean quit your job. It means diversify your income while you still have stability. Consulting, teaching, creating content, building a small service business. The goal isn't to replace your salary. The goal is to have something started with momentum. Here's what you need to understand. This pattern is accelerating. Microsoft, Google, Amazon, YouTube aren't outliers. They're pioneers proving the model works. The stock price goes up. Investors applaud. Hundreds of other companies are taking notes. Your company is either planning cuts right now or watching to see if they need to follow. The financial pressure of AI spending isn't going away. Every quarter, these companies have to show progress on AI investments while managing costs. You are the cost they'll manage. Amazon CEO Andy Jassy admitted their layoffs weren't AI-driven, but they blamed AI anyway because that's the narrative investors accept. YouTube cut 14,000 people not because AI got better, but because they needed to pay for infrastructure spending. MIT research proves AI isn't ready to replace most corporate workers. Leaked admissions prove these companies know it. But they're doing it anyway because financial incentives reward the appearance of transformation more than the reality of operations. Your job security has nothing to do with your performance and everything to do with your company's AI spending commitments. They're not evaluating whether AI can do your job. They're evaluating whether they can convince investors AI might eventually do your job. That's the difference. And that's why 250,000 tech workers this year were told their careers were over in the name of innovation that isn't actually happening yet. Don't believe the story they're selling. Follow the money. The money shows you $100 billion in AI spending and 250,000 jobs eliminated. The money tells you everything you need to know. If this breakdown helped you understand what's really happening, subscribe. I analyze these patterns every week so you can see what's coming before it hits your career. The AI revolution isn't about artificial intelligence replacing human workers. It's about artificial narratives replacing honest financial management. And the faster you understand that, the better you can protect yourself.